Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fatima's World. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Most importantly, thank you for talking back at me. Have you been? Yeah, the general thing, the economic meltdown. It would be good. Nigeria would rise again. Things will get better by and by. Today, I will be treating a very sensitive topic. Sensitive, I'm angry. When I read it, when it was sent to me at first, I was livid with rage. And so I would like to title this, Placing Premium Value on Yourself as a Woman. Let me read the story to you. This is the story. Her husband is mourning his dead mistress. 3 months ago, the woman who was having an affair with her husband died suddenly from an accident. She found out about the affair only 2 days after the funeral. She thought she was simply a co-worker, and she was wondering why her husband was so disturbed and emotional. He quit his job, saying it was too traumatic to go to work. She was in the early weeks of pregnancy when she died, and her husband doesn't even know whether he or her husband, apparently the woman is married, was the father of the baby. I find it extremely difficult to be emotionally supportive, she said. When he wakes up at 3 a.m., why? Placing premium value on yourself. He says, don't worry, she's dead, so there's no reason to feel jealous or threatened, and asks for our understanding as he grieves. For real? Well, she said they have barely talked this last 2 weeks because she doesn't even know how to respond to her husband when he cries and says he misses her and wishes she was here. Then also, he turns to her and says he loves her so much and that he never intends to leave her. So she said she asked him to visit a marriage therapist together, and he said he's not ready to work on their marriage. For real. And thinks that he needs to see a grief therapist instead. Her question: do I need to give him time to mourn the loss of his mistress, or should I just demand he focuses on our marriage? Like, for real? Let me sit down and really put my back down. I said, like, for real? My darling sister, first thing first, you haven't placed premium. You haven't placed anything at all on yourself. No premium value. Maybe you're dealing with low self-esteem. It beats me how a man can mourn another married woman who is in her own husband's house. While he's grieving and trembling at night, he tells you to understand he has no plans to leave you. Hello, ma. He lost his real wife. He has a side wife, side chick, side hand. His flatmates. Sometimes women, we tend to fool ourselves. The truth stares us in the face, but we keep living a lie. No, it's not possible. It cannot be. And then we begin to live in a false paradise. I ask again, for real? How dare a man come and say he's grieving another woman? He's asking for my understanding. Only one thing can be the answer. He has looked at me as somebody who probably doesn't have anywhere to go to. He has looked at me as somebody who feels that he's doing me a favor. Maybe he thinks I'm living with some kind of disability. Maybe he thinks I've seen marriage as the ultimate. Maybe he thinks without marriage I feel so incomplete. That's the only reason why a man will look you in the face and say, please understand, she's no longer here, she's dead. So if she were alive, then you continue to be like a piece of shit. And the alternative, and to think that you're asking for him to go and see a therapist. Why do you need a marriage therapist? For you to know that that marriage is dead on arrival. That marriage is practically over. Why are you fooling yourself? You're the one who is married to him. He's no longer married to you. He lost his real wife. He's mourning. Oh yes, he's right. He needs to see a grief therapist. Because all his love went with her in the grave. He feels nothing for you. You're probably just his bed warmer, just his meal maker. Women, it is time to get up. Face reality. Let us speak to ourselves. Where is that value that we're placing on ourselves? We're superheroes. We're super women. We're supersonic human beings. You look at your tummy, the scars that you got from motherhood. You look at all of the changes, anatomically, physiological, every other change in your physical bodies. These are things that men cannot take. And you allow a man to talk you down. You allow a man to look at you like some piece of furniture or piece of shit. It's not the man who is talking you down. It is you who is not placing premium price on yourself. Women, begin to tell yourself the truth. Stop begging to be in a man's life. Stop hanging on to any man like your entire life depends on it. Don't get it twisted. If you have a husband who is loving, a partner who shows you love, who appreciates you, show appreciation back. But the moment you notice as a woman that you're the one doing all of the giving, you will get exhausted. Some men are swift. They are liars. The moment you notice the sweetness of any man, start to draw the line. Begin to put some things in place. Test him. We would have lesser cases of psychiatry patients, female, if we can begin to speak to ourselves and tell ourselves the truth. This life will not end. Life would go on. You're valued. You're appreciated. Nothing can depreciate you. As a woman, let that man know that you're a plus to his life. I tell people all the time, a wife of no value is a wife of no impact. Let him see that you're premium. Have I gotten so hard on us today? I'm only being real. Women, thou art loose. Go get that book, T.D. Jakes. Sack yourself up. Lift up your head. You deserve much more. My darling sister, that man doesn't deserve to stay in the room with you. Lock him up in some place. It doesn't matter what happens to him. He deserves to be crying. Go and pour ash on him. He's mourning, Abi. Let him mourn. He doesn't deserve to be happy. Fatima is talking very tough this afternoon. Thank you so much for staying with me on Fatima's World. But I'm being real. Women, place premium price on you. Love yourself. Sometimes take yourself out. Enjoy yourself. Nobody should dictate your life to you. Don't forget the new normal. Max up. Have you been vaccinated? Go get the job. Women, we are irreplaceable. So irreplaceable. Know your place. Everywhere. God bless you.